I've got a question for you guys. How was your Saturday? Because I think these boys had it pretty good. I mean, definitely 5 out of 5.
This is Lions Den.
Connected by EE.
Big save.
Don't bite, you.
Go on.
Welcome back to Lions Den. As you can see, we've got the main guys in the house. A dynamic duo, friends for years. We've got Bukayo, Saka, star boy, God's child. We've got Luke Shaw. Boys, semi-finalists. How does that feel? It just rolls off the tongue nicely, doesn't it?
It does roll off the tongue nicely, you know. It's nice to be here. You know, it took a lot of hard work, but we're happy to be here, and yeah, we're looking forward to the game now.
Luke, is it after a game like that, do you how easy is it to come down? Because you must have been so buzzing.
Nah, it is tough. I think obviously we got back quite late as well, so it's.
What was the play? I heard B was dancing on the plane. I heard he was giving it a little.
You actually believe
Nah,
him?
to be
I'm
fair,
just saying, that's what I heard.
He was a little bit. He was a bit louder than usual, wasn't he?
Oh, why are you doing
He
this,
was
man?
like vibing on his own. He had his earphones in and he was dancing.
I was listening to music, like, I'm in a good
that's what
mood,
I'm
man.
saying,
Let me
and he was
enjoy my music.
And he was
Don't
dancing.
act like I was dancing in the middle of the plane. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, but he deserves it, doesn't he? So it's
He
fine.
does.
Like,
He does. No, it's absolutely
no one's. I'm not complaining about it. It's fine. Do what you want.
Whatever. Whatever.
I know B was nervous. Luke's been in a good mood today. Obviously, you get a little game time. You know what I mean? It's he's absolutely buzzing at the moment.
It makes sense.
About time, yeah.
Now, where else are we going to start? But obviously, we've had 120 minutes of football, 8 penalties. Up steps Trent. Tell me what you're feeling like in that moment as he's walking towards that ball, has the penalty to win it.
To be fair, I was next to him the whole time, so I was really confident. To be honest, I think he seemed really relaxed, calm. I think, of course, like we said, we have our routines and stuff anyway, so we practice them a lot. So everyone knew, you know, what they was doing, where they was going. So it was very calculated. We all knew what was going to happen. So, you know, when he stepped up, I had full faith. I knew he was going to score.
In that huddle, you're next to him. Are you saying anything to him, or is it just you letting him get into his mindset?
I don't know what Deck was saying.
What was Deck saying? Deck's just, you can't see. Deck's just knocking about on the other side.
Deck was our speaker. He was.
Deck was keeping everyone calm, man.
Calming everyone down, telling everyone to do their breathing techniques and manifest it and
manifest.
Oh, he was getting zen. He was getting everybody on the right mindset. I love that.
Nah, it was needed.
Obviously, he put it away. 5 out of 5 penalties converted. Absolute euphoria on the pitch. Like, what do you remember about that moment? The net bulges, and you must have looked at each other and thought, tell me, break it down.
Me, I got on my knees straight away to thank God.
Yeah.
Because obviously I know what it was like for me in the last penalty shootout of England. But yeah, when I got up and I seen everyone running, I just chased after everyone. And to have that moment with the fans was special, and I really enjoyed it.
I think a bit of relief, I think obviously because what we've been through as a team the last time we was in a shootout. I think, a bit of relief and, you know, obviously proud of the lads and, you know, the ones that stepped up in, you know, this pressurised moment.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't get much more high pressure than that situation. Now, what does it mean for the team to dig deep and get through the quarters?
I think, you know, we've shown in 2 back-to-back games, you know, we've gone to 120 minutes and won them both. It shows that we can do whatever it takes to win, you know, whether it's in the 90th minute and the 120th minute, whether it's in a penalty shootout, you know, we can do it in any way. So that gives us a lot of confidence as well.
How good were those fans behind the goal? Because it was noisy. Obviously, we're taking our pens that end. They did us proud, didn't they?
Yeah, no, they did. And I think Walks obviously did really well on the coin toss as well, getting our side and going.
There's
first,
a technique. Is there a technique to it?
Yeah, I don't know, but
he's got a weighted coin there.
He did very well. But yeah, no, the fans are amazing. I think they've been amazing the whole tournament, and you know, hopefully they can give us, you know, that big push that we need in the last 2 games.
No doubt. Now, B, I was just before the show, I was singing your song. And immediately you were like, that was ringing out yesterday. And it was like, I think I might have started 3 of them. Like, I'm in there, and you know what I mean. We get to sit in the posh seats, which is quite nice. But Bukayo, Saka, running down the wings.
Yeah, no, it's a nice song, man. It's a lovely song, and you know, it has that sound. You know, when I can hear it straight away as soon as it starts.
You know,
when I'm on the pitch, I know straight away, and
gives you that little bit of that juice, that buzz.
It does, and like I always say, I always get carried away singing it sometimes. In my head, man. It's nice.
Can't sing us it now.
No.
No, we'll save that for the end of the show, don't you worry. Now, I've actually had a couple of fan questions that have been messaging, so thank you very much, guys. First one, Ewan says, I have believed from the start, trusted the process, and I'm so happy right now. Hashtag Lions Den, you know what I mean? Obviously, big fan of the show, absolutely buzzing with you guys' performance. It's incredible to see. And Jess says, great performance yesterday. Can I please have a shout-out? So do you want to give a shout-out to Jess?
Go on then, Saks.
Yeah, thank you, Jess, for your kind words, and to you, and also for believing in us. You know, not everyone did, so we appreciate you guys.
No doubt. Now, guys, you can get involved in the show. All you got to do is use the hashtag LionsDen or write your question or your message of support in the comment box below. Now, B, we touched on it very, very briefly there. And like, as a fan, I can't even imagine the emotions that are going through your head as you walk down to take a penalty. Break down what's going through your mind as you're walking, and it's a long walk from that halfway line to the penalty spot.
I think sort of in extra time, you know, I sort of had the feeling this is going to penalties, so I was ready in a mind battle before the game would finish. But yeah, I try to focus more on success than failure. You know, if I think about failing or missing, then you know it gets me down, it gets me worried, and then I get tense. But I was pretty relaxed, you know, when I was walking to the penalty. I've taken many penalties this season, and I've scored all of them. So, yeah, I was confident. I've been good in training as well recently, so I was confident, and yeah, to put it away, it was a nice feeling when it hit the back of the net. So yeah.
Yeah, Luke, you ready to take one? Yeah.
Huh?
You ready to take one?
Yeah, of course. You've got to be ready. If you're on the pitch,
you have to be,
on the final whistle, you have to be ready. Yeah, of course.
No doubt. Now, we've actually got to give a shout-out to Jordan Pickford, because I think in every single penalty shootout he's had with Gareth Southgate, he's saved at least one penalty. Obviously, is it almost like a specialist? It feels like he gives you a bit of an advantage having Pickers in goal.
Yeah, every time we go to a penalty shootout, you're right. I think he's always saved one, and yeah, yesterday I think it was perfect timing for him to save the first penalty, and I think that gave the boys so much confidence. You know, it makes the next few takers even more relaxed. So, yeah, big shout out to him. He gives us a lot, especially in the shootouts.
What does the keeper say to you? What does Pickers say to you? Because there's always that moment where you kind of cross paths, or he hands you the ball or something. Is it just what's?
He could say anything, couldn't he?
He could say anything.
You don't know what he was saying.
Oh my gosh.
He could come out of anything at any time.
You're thinking, please be productive. Please be productive.
I can't say like one thing. Yeah, he could come out of anything.
But no, when he's giving me the ball, he doesn't say anything to me, and I prefer it that way.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think he's just there to give you the ball, have a familiar face. You know, if it's the opposition, they could just do some nonsense, throw it away or something. So to have him there and give you the ball, I think it's good for all the takers. No doubt.
And I actually have a little look at this, because the writing was on the wall. Well, it was actually on Picker's bottle. This was all over socials. If you actually look closely, it actually says dive left for Akanji, which is exactly what Pickers did. And this is just one example of the preparation and the diligence that they go through in terms of preparing the boys for a penalty shootout. I mean, it's incredible to have all of that detail, and you'll see it's that whole dive left, go, you know, for every single penalty taker, there's a different action. So it's incredible to see that, isn't it? You know, the guys obviously work super hard in training to get this right.
Yeah, no, they work extremely hard, and they prepare very well for it. I think, you know, the night before the game, they'll have their own goalkeepers meeting and stuff, and go through the penalties and watch them back. And I also think Walks helped him a little bit as well. I could see Walks was like pointing.
Did Walks give him the clue for Akanji?
If you find it, Walks was pointing like to that side as well. So.
Oh, right, because I guess he sees him in club.
He already was going
time.
that way, but I think he had the extra help off Walks to know where to go.
That's unbelievable. Shout out Walks for that, you know. Serious. I mean, he's been around for so long. He's seen it, you know, week in, week out at club level, and then to have it and have the stones in the tournament like this to go, trust me, back me, I'm going this way.
Yeah, of course.
Incredible. Now, another moment that took social media into an absolute frenzy was Ivan Toney's no-look pen. I mean, the man just has ice running through his veins. How are you not looking at the ball?
I cannot believe it, to be honest.
When we see him practicing training, he does the same thing. It's crazy. Like, we're all just in awe. I don't know how you cannot look at the ball. Like, it's
It's crazy. And you watch back the video, there's one of just watching his face.
Yeah.
It's mad. I seen it this morning. I couldn't believe it. It's crazy.
I mean, it's great. He said this is just something that he's always done. Obviously, if you look at him in the Premier League club football, this is what he does. But I mean, there's a level of doing it in the Prem, which is of a super high level, and then in a quarter-final to send your country to a... Yeah. I would be staring directly at the ball boy, and there's no... just connect. That's all I'd be thinking.
Yeah.
And, of course, got to give a huge shout-out to Cole Palmer. Obviously stepped up first time and tucked it away. Yeah. Incredible. Jude Bellingham also sensational as well.
I think everyone who took penalties was unbelievable, to be honest.
No doubt. And before we finish talking about the penalties, I want to talk about the wonder goal from you, Sax, because...
Can we talk about it?
Yeah. I think
Can we talk about it?
It's right to talk about.
I've heard about it a lot, but go on.
I know. Yeah. you take 5
He's
minutes.
not talking about it, honestly.
Why are you lying,
Bro?
What have I said to you about the goal? Tell us.
You said you didn't want to do pool earlier because of last night. Your goal last night. What are you going on
I'm
about?
too good. I've already tucked it in the bottom corner. I don't need to tuck any balls into pockets. I'm good.
How many
Go on. Let's speak about it. Go on.
All right, let's speak about it, man.
Let me break it down. When I see you in that position, cutting in, I've seen this so many times at club level.
We have seen it, haven't we?
I've seen it a few times. You saw it up close and personal.
You saw it up close.
You should have known.
Not too close.
No, to be fair,
That's what I mean.
He wasn't next to me. He wasn't next to me.
Nah, yeah, I've seen it close. I've seen it in training as well, so I know he's got it in the locker. It's about time he done one this tournament.
I'll let him say something, innit? Just,
Yeah. Let him build himself up. That's cool. But when you cut inside, was there no hesitation for you? You were like, I'm finding that bottom corner.
Yeah, I think all game I was looking for that moment. A lot of times it was 2v1 and it was difficult to find that space. So, Deck gave me the ball and he sort of took the guy away as I saw the space straight away, and I knew what I wanted to do straight away. And yeah, I hit it sweet. And when I hit it like that, I sort of have a good feeling it's gonna go in. And yeah, when I looked up, it's a good feeling, man.
No doubt. Now, we've actually got a question in just now from Harry. It's actually for you, Bukayo. He says, in your career so far, how high do you put that left-footed strike yesterday to level the game? Because you've scored some important ones.
In terms of importance or what? Just my favourite?
In terms of importance, in terms of favourite?
I think importance is probably number one. I think it's probably number one for importance. For my favourite, it's not my favourite, no.
Oof, give me your favourite. No, you can't. Let him off. Let him off.
It's because he supports United.
Look at him.
That's why he's favourite.
Look at him. He's trying to do all this lying again.
I'm lying.
You're lying, bro.
Okay.
You know what? We're going to move it sharply on before we get everyone.
We won't speak about that then.
This guy, honestly, how much more can you lie today?
It's for entertainment. It's for the fans. That's what.
Bro,
be honest.
You don't need to be so... It's my favourite goal, bro.
We can ask anyone in the squad.
Ask anyone then.
Bro,
we can...
He's so bad, Deck. No, I'm not even going to ask Deck.
Ask Deck?
No.
Do you know what? We're going to move it on.
Move on, because otherwise I don't want to...
Hey,
no, ask that.
Some composure in the studio here today, please, boys.
Okay,
some composure.
He's lost his head.
Some composure.
It's my favourite goal, and he's lost his head.
I don't even know what goal you're
You
on
do
about.
know what goal I'm talking about. That's why you're doing all of this.
Right, before we actually get in trouble, Luke, I'm going to ask you, how good did it feel to be back on the pitch? And you look comfortable. You look like you had consistent game time. So this is, I mean, it must be a nice feeling to get there and feel like, okay, cool, I'm ready to get minutes in this tournament.
Yeah, it felt amazing, to be honest. It's been a really long road. I've had a lot of setbacks, and I think the hard work I've put in, especially over the last few weeks, make it worthwhile. I think last night was a very nice moment for me, and to be back on the pitch, to enjoy being back on the pitch, and to cap it off even to win was a really nice feeling for me, and a very happy one.
No doubt. And how much does it mean to you that Gareth had the faith to bring you, even though we knew it was, I guess, a little bit of a risk, but he had faith you would play a part in this tournament?
Yeah, of course. And like I said, I think we all thought that I would have been back a bit sooner. But unfortunately, like I said, there was a couple setbacks along the way, but which made, me want it even more, to be honest, to be able to get back out there. And of course, I owe Gareth a lot for the faith he's shown in me, and the trust he's given me to be able to come and be a part of the squad, and even if it is in the later games that it has been. So yeah, I owe him a lot.
No doubt. Now, talking of the gaffer, what did he say to you boys at full time? Like, what was that conversation like?
Which full time?
The end of the game, after pens.
After the penalty?
After pens.
Oh.
It's a few full times, to be fair, we've had.
Yeah, can't say too much, but I think it's on camera anyway, no?
Yeah,
Give us the PG version,
it.
the stuff that's not going to get me in trouble for releasing
It,
inside information.
No, he was just giving a lot of praise to all of us, for the character we've shown to come back in the game. He said, obviously, we did play really well and dominated the game. And, he was also giving praise to the penalty takers as well.
Yeah, I think he was just saying how proud he was of the lads and, the whole team. And I think he said, obviously, enjoy tonight, but he said, we're not finished yet, and there's still 2 more massive games, big finals left. So I think not to enjoy this moment too much, because, today we've got to move on now, really, and focus on what's to come and prepare well for that, because it's a quick turnaround from what we've normally had.
No, for sure. Now, it was Gareth's 100th game in charge. Yes, that's a serious achievement. What's it like to pull on the shirt and play for him?
I think it's special, I think it's already special coming to play for England and putting on that shirt, but, when you have a manager that's as good as Gareth, it's really nice for all of us boys, and, I think we will all give everything for him.
No doubt.
Yeah, no, of course. I completely agree with what Zach says. And I think the thing we love most about Gareth is, how good he is with the team and the players. And, I think we touched on it earlier on. Steve said about how he always puts the players first. And, for that, we'll always be grateful for that. And, I think doing that, it can only help us go onto the pitch and, do what we do best.
No doubt. Now, just a few days now until it's a quick turnaround, like you said, to our semi-final against the Netherlands. How are we feeling about that? It's a big game. Excitable. I can tell you, there's a smile comes straight out. It's enjoyable. It's nice to hear.
No, I think you've got to be excited. It's the semi-finals in the Euros. I think the most important thing is to be excited about it, looking forward to it. And of course, like I said, it's not the final yet, but for us, it is our final. I think we've got 2 big finals left, and we have to give everything in that game and leave everything on that pitch to try and reach the final.
No doubt. Now, if it wasn't exciting enough in the way that we won that game, in the way we went through, Prince William actually came down to congratulate you. How was that?
It was nice, He's actually been supporting us through the whole tournament, Before the tournament was at St. George's, and then I think after the Denmark game, he came in the change room as well. So it's nice to have his presence and have him there to support us. So we appreciate that.
Oh, for sure. Now, you guys have met royalty. It seems like you guys are meeting every week. Prince William, I say every time I speak to you boys, there's a new royal who's been knocking around the camp.
He's part of the team now.
Part of the team.
Yeah.
Assistant gaffer, we're going to get him involved.
Yeah.
Guys, listen, we've had loads and loads and loads of social reactions, and you know what it's like. In England, in the stadiums, around the world, England fans go absolutely crazy. There's always libs. So I think it's time that we see some reactions. And we got, first one is actually the reaction to your goal, Sax, from Box Park Wembley. So pop your headphones in. And Box Park Croydon as well.
Let's see it.
Let's have a little look, because it's good fun. It's good fun.
I love these videos,
I mean, it's absolute limbs. I mean, this is Box Park. I believe it's Box Park Croydon. I mean, it's packed to the absolute rafters. How does it feel having you've put that emotion into that room, into that building with your goal?
Yeah, I think it's special, you know. I think on the pitch, you know, we're sort of here in this country and we don't sort of have any idea what's going on back home, but, you know, this gives sort of that picture for me and for all the boys. So, yeah, like I said before, I love watching these kind of videos, you know, just how we're able to transmit that joy to other people is nice.
For sure. Now, that actually wasn't the only limbs, as you can imagine, because it wasn't the only big moment in the game. Take a look at this one from Brighton and Bristol. This is the reaction to Trent's penalty to eventually win the game. We look at the back there, it is absolutely chaos. You've got people who've never hugged before, hugging like, you know what I mean? Like it's going out of fashion. People on the...
Look at the gate.
Look at the geezer with the sunglasses in the middle. It's unbelievable. Must be incredible to see that reaction from the fans. I know obviously they love their country, they love their football.
Yeah, of course. I think, if I'm honest, this is what we do it for. You know, for the fans, for our families, you know, who are also fans. You know, and I think, you know, you watch videos like that. This is what brings the nation together. I think, you know, and it's lovely to see. And I think we're in a fortunate situation to be here doing that for them. And you know, to see the videos back home, it's, you know, it's really nice.
No doubt. Well, like, listen, like, I feel like yesterday just stopped traffic everywhere because everyone at home was watching the match. The gate crashing, all kinds of events. Okay, so cheers from Trent's penalty actually stopped play at Wimbledon. Fans were glued to the screens at the cricket in Edgbaston and over at Silverstone.
Wimbledon,
yeah, because
the boxing as well, I think.
At the boxing as well.
Everywhere,
Yeah. So like
I've
literally,
seen them,
it completely stopped all other sporting events, and everyone was just focused on exactly what was happening with England. And over at Silverstone, where the British Grand Prix is actually taking place today, Lewis Hamilton and George Russell were watching a shootout with thousands of fans. Take a look at this.
Yeah. That's sick.
This is the moment Trent's goal winning. That is incredible.
They put the music on quick.
Immediately. I mean, these are, you know, two guys who should be maybe concentrating exactly on a massive British Grand Prix, and they go, do you know what? We can't do this. We've got to watch the game.
It's crazy, you know.
It must be. I mean, it's incredible. I mean, even I think Djokovic even said, like, I knew what was going on because he could hear immediately when stuff started happening on the pitch. He was like, what can I do? No one wants to watch this. No one wants to wait now. Listen, and there's actually one more little bit of reaction for you, B. I know you like to stay humble, but this one's from the main man, David Beckham, and he said, this is the smile we all need to see, courage and happiness at Bukayo Saka. Well done to the lads, England. And he posted that picture. I mean, that must be nice to have it from one of the England greats.
We've heard about this all morning, haven't we?
Oh, no,
To be honest, the first truth he said today, I showed him this yesterday. I was buzzing when I saw, because obviously, you know, to have that support from Bex is...
It's Bex, isn't it?
Come on, man. Come on, if I'm telling him, you can forgive me.
I can forgive.
Okay, do you know what I'm saying?
I don't need to forgive. I love it.
So,
I said he deserves it, didn't he? So,
he does. No, that's for sure. Now, listen, the love actually keeps on rolling through here in Lions Den. I'm delighted to say we're now going to be joined by a few England fans who are actually at the game in Germany. They're in Germany right now, so pop your headphones in. I'm guessing these guys are just a little bit buzzing. Ryan, Jamie, Liam, afternoon, boys.
Afternoon.
Hello, chaps.
How's it going? Can you hear us?
Afternoon. Now, talk to me. Yeah, we can hear you. Thanks for being on Lions Den. How are you feeling the day after the night before? Sore heads?
A little, yeah. Thank you to Bukayo. You've kept the dream alive. The love's real, man. Love you.
Thank you, man. Thank you. I appreciate it.
There we go. Now, I know you've got some questions for the guys, so let's hear them, right?
Yeah. What was the better moment for you last night, Bukayo? The equaliser or the score of the penalty?
That's a big question, that. That's a big question.
That's a very good question, that.
Oh, it's a tough.
I think it's the equaliser, man.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? I feel like the penalty was a really special moment for me, but I feel like, you know, a lot of people like worry more about when I'm taking a penalty than I do myself.
Yeah.
So for me, it was like, okay, I've taken a lot of penalties this year already, but to score a goal like that in the quarterfinals of the Euros, I think, you know, I have to choose that moment instead.
Amazing. It was a great goal.
Thank you, mate.
There we go. Still, definitely still buzzing. I absolutely love it. Now, Jamie, you've got a question as well.
Hello, lads. How's this camp comparing to the last ones that you've been at?
Oh, how's this camp comparing to the last ones you've been at, boys? Both of you can answer that.
No, I think it's quite similar, really. I think what Gareth and the staff do here really well is how they get the togetherness really strong, you know. No, I think, yeah, like I said, I think the togetherness never leaves here. I think, especially with Gareth and the staff, they're really big on that. You know, I think it's important to keep the group together, you know, especially, of course, it's tough for the ones that are not playing and stuff. And, you know, I think they're most of the important ones, you know, that lead the training and, you know, days after games, you know, where it's tough and people are tired and, you know, they're setting the right example of you know, the right mentality to have. And I think, yeah, I think for me, the group stayed the same, really. I think we're all very together and, you know, it's a really positive, you know, environment.
No doubt. Now, thanks for the question, Jamie. Now, Liam, I know you've got a question for both the boys as well.
Yeah, hi guys. Just really, what was it like, or can you put it into words what it was like at the end, you know, celebrating in front of the fans? Obviously, after you've gone through extra time, you've gone through the pens, how they went, just, yeah, how was it?
I think it was a lot of joy and also relief. You know, when you're 1-0 down in a game like that and you come back and it goes to extra time and a penalty shootout, when we all know what happened in the last penalty shootout, I think, yeah, we're definitely relieved and also just so excited, of course, to go to the next round and have the chance to get to a final.
Look, when you were stood in front of them fans and, you know, I mean, the boys are arm in arm and you've got that entire end singing, how does that feel? Is that a bit of a surreal moment?
Yeah, of course it's surreal. It's, you know, it's moments, you know, that we live for, I think, you know. Getting into a semi-final in the Euros and being able to enjoy it with the fans, you know, I think it was unbelievable.
No doubt. Now, boys, talk to me. What's the plans now? Are we staying in Germany for the semis?
Yeah, we've been here for the whole month. We had belief throughout, and we're gonna be here all the way until the end.
I absolutely love that. You've been in the same amount of time as we have. That's absolutely beautiful. Do you have a message for Bukayo and Luke to take back to the boys?
A simple one. Bring it home, lads. Bring it home.
That is absolutely beautiful. Thank you guys for joining us online.
Thank you. Good luck with the rest of the
I
tournament,
appreciate your
boys.
questions and hopefully see you at the semis.
Thank you.
No doubt. Now, boys, we know you guys are tight, okay? You said literally that you wanted to appear on Lions Den together, okay? And I respect that. Okay, we're going to find out really how close you are, okay? But firstly, I want to know, when did this bromance start? Because I remember on Lions Den in Qatar, Luke was like, I want to adopt him. I want to bring him into the family.
I think it was last Euros, isn't it? 2021.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I don't think I'd met Luke before that.
No, I think, or maybe a camp before that, I think.
Nah, it was the Euros.
Was it the Euros, yeah?
The Euros, bro, yeah. The Euros.
No, we love to see it. You know what? It's a nice duo. It works well. The banter's definitely flying around all the time. We're going to put this to the test, right? This friendship, okay? So I've put together a little game that we like to call Are You Sure?
Cool thought about that one, innit?
Of course.
See, look how serious this is. Boom. Okay. Just to clarify, this game is actually about both of you, not only you, Luke. So don't look so smug. All right. Okay. I'm going to throw you a bunch of categories, and if you think Luke's the answer, you buzz in with sure. If you think the answer is sacks, you buzz in with not sure. Okay. So grab your buzzers and your bell. Exactly.
Where's your buzzer?
Look, your buzzer's under the table.
Is this one?
Yeah, you get one buzzer, one bell. Otherwise, how am I supposed to know who's first? There we go.
That's,
What, so he does
it takes
that,
longer
that?
for me to
So I
do
do
that,
that.
though.
Well, you got
Can we
you got
swap?
to
The bell, bro.
Yeah.
Cheers. You got to have quick fingers, bro. You got to have quick fingers. Okay, so listen, if you get the answer wrong, the point goes to your opponent. If you get the answer right, it goes to you. Okay? Are you ready for the first one?
Yeah, man.
We're going to ease you in, but remember, it's fastest finger first. Okay? Which of you scored England's fastest ever goal in the Euros? Why are you so slow, Sex?
It's you, bro. He buzzed before me. Why are you looking at
You
me?
didn't even lift the bell, bro.
Yeah, but you got to try and answer it.
I don't know the answer, though, bro.
Okay, is the answer sure or not sure?
Actually, I know the answer.
Sure.
You was there.
I hadn't even scored a Euros goal until yesterday.
No, does he understand the game or what?
Sax.
What's going on? Are you still thinking about your goal?
1-0 to
What's wrong
Shaw.
with him?
It's 1-0 to Shaw. Okay, your goal was actually the fastest ever goal by an
In the final, innit?
in the Euros, in the final.
Yeah.
1 minute and 57 seconds. That's crazy.
Yeah, it is.
That's a bit mad.
No, it is.
In all games.
True, but none of it matters really, to be honest.
Yeah, it matters to me emotionally, but we're gonna get to question 2. Whose birthday is closest to today's date? Oh, I like that was closer. Is it sure or not sure?
Who is it? Me?
Luke, you know it weren't you, B.
Yeah, sure.
It's sure. When is your birthday, brother?
July the 12th.
July the 12th. We still going to be here for it, yeah?
Of course.
Come on.
Yeah,
I can't wait for
of
this.
course.
I can't wait for this. But you're going to get my birthday present.
Yeah, I already got one in my room.
You got one already? Ah, see, I love that. That's the energy. I'll go to the...
Who's lying now?
Okay, right now, it's 2-0 to Shaw, okay? The next one. Okay, you've gone early. Let's see. Remember, if you get it wrong, it goes to Luke.
I won't get it wrong.
If you add up your individual squad numbers from all the major tournaments you've been involved in, who has the largest number
From all the major tournaments?
you've been in? Your squad numbers.
In the tournaments?
If you add up all your squad numbers, think about all the tournaments you've gone to with England. Right, he's already
he done
buzzed.
that?
He's
Oh,
already
don't know.
buzzed.
Have I?
Do you think the
You did
answer
the
is
bell before,
sure
didn't you?
or not sure? It's either you, Sax, which is not sure.
Luke
or
Shaw.
You think it's Luke Shaw? Why would you say that?
He's been to more tournaments than me.
What's his number?
Wait.
I think I was 23.
Yeah.
3 and 3, no?
Okay.
You've been to
Bukayo-
more than 3 tournaments, no?
No?
Bukayo,
Oh, I'm miles off it today.
your answer.
I need to go and have a nap.
Bukayo Saka.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I need to go and have
A
a nap.
total number of 49. It's not bad. It's not bad. Okay, question 4.
Brilliant.
Question 4. You are 3-0 down.
How many questions are there?
There's only 4 questions. Oh, no, there's 5 questions. There's actually 5 questions. There's one special one. I'll give you. Next
Give me
one,
2, yeah.
Next one's
We'll give
worth
him
2.
two. This
Next
one's
one's
worth
worth 2.
two. Go on.
Cheers, man.
Okay, get ready.
I'll let him have
Stop-
this one. I'll let him
stop,
have this one.
Hold the
Right,
bell.
sorry. I'm ready.
Make it
There we go.
interesting.
Okay. Who was the youngest when they made their debut for England? Sure or not sure? It's a 50-50 guess, B. You had 2 points on the line. Who do you think it is, Shaw?
Sure.
I can tell you the answer is Luke Shaw versus Denmark, 5th of March 2014, aged 18 years, 7 months and 24 days. Sax, yours was versus Wales in 2020, aged 19, 1 year, 1 month and 3 days. So it's actually quite tight, but sure is that. Final question.
Yeah.
This one's worth 5 points. This one's worth 5 points. Who was the winner of the EE fan vote last night with 66.14% of the vote?
I'll let you
For
have this
5
one.
points,
I'll let him have
Sax.
this
For
one.
5 points,
I
Sax.
think it was me.
Congratulations. Look at the screen. As you can see, you were the winner of the EE fan vote last night with a massive 66.14% of the vote. How does that feel?
Feels good. Feels good. Especially after getting all the questions wrong. You know, that's just cheered me up.
Yeah, exactly. There we go. I gave you 5 points, so it's nice. You know, it's an incredible achievement, I think, for an incredible performance. So, congratulations on winning the EE fan vote, no doubt about it. Now, you think that was well deserved?
100%.
Not the 5 points, but the
Yeah, no.
The fan vote.
Both of them. But
Yeah.
yeah, no, definitely the fan vote. Definitely.
100%.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate that, man.
Guys, unfortunately, you know what? I was just getting into it, but that unfortunately, is the end of Lions Den connected by EE. Thank you very much to Luke Shaw and, of course, Bukayo Saka, who brought great energy to the Lions Den studio today. I've enjoyed it a lot. But, guys, do not be sad, because tomorrow we've got Declan Rice and we've got Jarrod Bowen with me in the Den ahead of the semi-final. So, guys, enjoy. I've absolutely loved it. And we'll see you tomorrow for another fantastic show. Let's go.
Yeah!